My peoples. So I think at this point, Ooni's wives deserve a trophy for their fight. Yes, people cannot be diligent to a cause like this and then there will be no trophy for it, because the last time Oni told them that there is no trophy to whatsoever battle it is that you people are fighting so diligently. So whereas you might consider stopping. But you see these women, trophy or no trophy, they are fighters and they are the real fighters. And when they decide to settle on your matter, just be ready for an output that will be so chaotic. Be ready for that. So now, no, what are we talking about? So Olori Elizabeth, whom we hear from once in a blue moon, have decided to come out and strike again. And from what we heard allegedly the last time, she said she was pregnant for the Oni, and you know that nature does not hide itself. We know very well that nature will come out knocking at the doors of someday to give us a proof to whatsoever it is that she said, if it is true or not. Nature will come out giving us a proof. And definitely, if it is true that she's pregnant and it belongs to the Oni, we would all know. Yes, we would definitely know when that time comes. But right now, as we speak, Olori Elizabeth has a little things to say. And from what she is saying, the woman seems bittered. Yeah, she feels that it is not about the whole multitude of women in the palace that things are being chaotic. She feels it is about each individual's personality. Yes, because if the Oni would have checked wealth before getting married, apparently things would have been much different. But how would the Oni go checking the status of each person he's supposed to get married to so that things will be different in the palace? You know, most times he did not pick them randomly on the streets at a hookup joint or any single thing. He thought he married respectful, diligent, and thriving women. Certainly, he thought he did until all of them chose another way around altogether to do whatsoever it is that they feel they can do. Yes, until all of them chose a different path for themselves. So why would she now come out saying like, well, we have known Elizabeth to be a good person. We have known Elizabeth to be a calm and a diligent person. And of all, we have known her to be someone whom does not have issues. And if they speak about people who have known their space in the palace, then we would be delighted to call Elizabeth. Elizabeth have known her place in the palace. Yes, because we could remember those times when she was trying so hard that Naomi returns back into the palace. Naomi should come back into the palace. Naomi should try and, be back to her position. We can remember all those times, how she tried so diligently to make sure that these things become a reality. But like people would say, it was not in your place to see to it that Naomi returned, because at some point she was beginning to feel like she's doing Olori Naomi a very, very big favor. She was doing Naomi a huge favor, trying to make sure that she returns back into the palace, and that path becomes something that no one would appreciate it. Yes, no one would appreciate it, because we know very well that they only loves Olori Naomi. So if they only loves Olori Naomi and he wants her back into the palace, then whatsoever you as a third party comes to do into the matter does not count, or does not even speak of the existence of the matter. It is what these two people want that fuels the matter and speaks of its relevance. So right now, no, the big thing on ground is she's technically trying to blame the Oni for all the misfortune, all the wives, all the unfortunate persons he has with him in the palace. If not for all of these things, then it would have been different. If not that he has all of these women, then every single thing would have been quite different. But then, if we want to speak about every single thing that's happening in the palace, in as much as Elizabeth is very quiet, in as much as Elizabeth seems calm, in as much as Elizabeth is one among those persons whom knows how to mind her business, she's quite skeptical about getting involved in the bad side of issues. We know very well that if you want to count how many people who have done all of these things that have caused chaos in the palace, we'll still count her in one way or the other. Definitely, we'll count her in one way or the other, because nobody is innocent when it comes to this palace matter. Nobody is innocent. Everybody is is involved in one way or the other. Yes, nobody is innocent. Everybody is involved in one way or the other. And if you want to call a spade, Olera Elizabeth have put her own kind of stunt and has done her own kind of things in one way or the other that we will be delighted to also add her to these unfortunate persons she has called others in the palace, because the matter keeps revealing itself. The matter keeps speaking the truth. The matter keeps coming out in a way that you would understand that Ooni's wives are the kind of persons that are fighters and not quitters. So right now, no, my people, no matter how these things get, no matter how you think this thing will get, or no matter how you think this whole thing has gotten, there is actually a chance or a high profile tendency that all of these things will become a necessity for us. All of these things will become a necessity at the end of the day, because right now Elizabeth feels that Oni actually married wrongly, or else it would have been all wrong. It would have been all right, not this wrong. Yes, because according to what she is saying, no, she feels that it would have been better off in the palace if Oni only checked status. He checked a lot of things. Yeah, those are things people consider during marriage: family background, status, attitude check. All of these things people check them, and they put them into consideration. But could it be that Oni didn't? But whereas he did, but people change. And for someone walking into a room called royalty, there are chances, in fact, there are more chances of changing than remaining who you were before you came in. Someone walking into a place to become a queen, there are more chances of changing than remaining whosoever it is that you were. So right now, no, that is the matter on ground. These women have changed. Yes, it's true, they have changed. They have become exactly what they wanted to be, or they have become what royalty have made them become. And it is not Oni's fault. Yeah, so coming out to blame the Oni now, it is quite wrong and so hilarious, because these women chose a path for themselves, and whatsoever they have chosen for themselves, it is a decision they have willingly made, and nobody should be blamed for it.